Hi, I'm Hailey Verhaalen, and you're watching Bull Sessions in the Bloodworks Live studio.
Well, welcome home, Hailey.
Hey, thank you.
It's good to see you.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I think it was in August when we were running backstage at the Jambo.
Yes.
We were like running.
That is exactly where it was.
Yes, it was
like,
like
hi, Danny, bye.
Yeah, I'll see you in a few minutes, and then we're off everywhere else. Adventures of Nashville. Tell us about it. I mean, you've born and raised in Oregon City. You're here, local girl. We're so proud of you. I mean, we always want to showcase our local artists, and there's a couple of them that are just knocking it out of the park right now. I mean, Josh from Redwood Sun, Melissa Mickelson, Brittany Kellogg, Kurt Van Meter. I mean, everybody. Brett Young from Beaver Creek. I mean, he right now is on top of the world. He just got the 2018 ASCAP BMI Singer-Songwriter Award of the Year.
So cool.
Very cool.
So cool.
You, as a singer and songwriter, performing, do you like writing songs better or performing them better? That's going to be a tough avenue.
I know, right? I don't even know. I can't even pick because I love putting words to music. And, you know, you walk into a writer's room and you go in with nothing and you come out with a song. And it's just it's such a cool experience to be a songwriter in Nashville and kind of make that's how you make friends there. Right. Is, you know, you go to a bar and everybody's a songwriter. So you're like, hey, let's hang out sometime. And by that, we mean, let's write a song sometime and then we'll hang out later or whatever. So I love the songwriting aspect, but man, I love performing.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to have a band behind me and just really be able to kind of express whatever's going on in the song, live in that song in those 3.5 minutes. So.
I've always been a fan of songwriters for the fact that you make it seem so simple to take something, a vision of yours, like Underneath the Stars, and you put it on a piece of paper, and then you add music to it, and you create a beautiful melody that comes with it, and it's like, oh man, that's awesome. Like, if you were to give that song to somebody to sing, who would it be? Who would you want to have sing that song as a songwriter?
Shooting Stars. I think that I can't say Miranda Lambert. I don't think that, but she's my favorite, so I'm always like Miranda. But I think somebody like maybe even like Kelsey Ballerini or Lauren Elena would sound really good singing that song.
It's funny because when you said that, I was thinking of Kelsey Ballerini. I'm like, that would be the sound of her voice. And as a songwriter, that's where you make all your mailbox money. Mailbox money is if a songwriter gets one song, literally like every day there's a check in the mail. And you just, hello, thank you very much.
And that
I
is
like
what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, exactly, right? And so that's the hard part. You got to make that big decision. Like, what am I going to do? I've never been, as many times as I've been to Nashville, I've never been to the publishing houses to actually get a chance to walk in and see the writing conditions and what they're like. Is it really truly like what it was on the TV show Nashville, where you go in, you meet somebody, you know, hey, we're just going to write some songs today, and you walk in this room and all of a sudden you sit and stare at each other like a blank, like, what are we doing?
Sometimes. It just, songwriting is a lot like when you're writing with somebody new. Like, a lot of the times I'll write with people I've already written with, but I try to write with like 4 or 5 new artists or new people, like a month or a month and a half.
Sure.
So I'm trying to expand that, but it's like a first date, honestly. Like, when you go into a write with somebody you've never written with, it's kind of like you spend the first 20 or 30 minutes just getting to know that person.
That makes good sense.
So, and honestly, disclaimer, I haven't seen the show Nashville, which is really bad. I don't have cable though, so I live on Netflix.
Well, you're a starving artist. I didn't expect you to.
I'm a starving artist. That's expensive, so $10 for Netflix is all I got.
There you go. You're good to go. That's funny. Okay, well, so as a songwriter aspect of things, let's move you to the performer side of things. Okay. I got some questions for you, and I want to know, okay? Let's start off with number 2, okay? Bucket list. Think about this. Who would be the artist that you'd want to jump on stage with, and what venue would you want to perform at?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, for sure Miranda Lambert. I already kind of gave that away earlier.
Yep.
And Grand Ole Opry or the Ryman.
Okay.
Because that venue in particular is kind of like, I feel like for every artist, that's like where that's how they know they've made it or whatever.
Right. That's the mother
whatever
church.
that means to them.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I'll never forget the first time I was in the Opry, just seeing Loretta Lynn play and just being like, oh my gosh, I need to do all I can to get on that stage. Yeah.
There is something about that stage. If you've never been to the Ryman in Nashville or to the Grand Ole Opry, I can tell you it's the weirdest feeling. There's like an aura that's just beams out of that circle. It's almost like a Star Trek thing, like this beam of light comes out of it. And you walk through it and you go, and you're like, whoa, this is so cool in here. Yeah. I'm like, I've made it. Have you been in that? Have you stood in the circle on the tours and anything?
No, I haven't gone on the tours. I've had a couple friends that have written songs that have been played on the Opry. So like, they're like, next time it's played, I'll bring you backstage. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, because I think it would be cool to be there. The tour would be awesome, but
Right.
I would like to be there when there's a performance going on.
absolutely. Sure.
So I'm like, I mean, I would like it to be my performance, but
Yes.
first we'll start with,
Right.
you know,
Just a visit.
going with friends.
Yeah. And then the magic day when your visit goes in, it's your
Yes.
performance. That's the theme.
Yeah.
All right. What song always makes you happy when you hear it?
Oh my gosh. It's a Bruno Mars song.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. And I have to choose between the two. Every time I go out to get pumped up, I listen to that. That's what I like. That's what I
Okay.
like.
Yeah. Is that the one with Cardi B in it? I think it is. No, that's Finesse.
That's the other one, and that's my
Finesse.
other favorite one
Okay.
that I was going to pick between. Those songs make me so happy.
Okay,
I
good.
can't be sad when I'm listening to those songs.
Well, Bruno's a heck of an artist, I have to admit.
Amazing.
Favorite place to chill out, mountains or the beaches?
Oh my gosh. Probably the mountains. I grew up going like four-wheeling and like hunting with my dad and
Right.
fishing and camping. So I find most peace when I am up in the mountains, probably by a lake somewhere.
Yeah.
Where I can fish.
We are like gelling right now.
Yes.
That's my favorite
Are we
spot
best
too.
friends?
I know.
Did
I
we
like
just
that.
become best
Yeah, I
friends?
think we just did. Okay, let's go back to number one. I want you to answer this question for me, and it can't be your cell phone, okay? I never leave home without what?
If it's not jewelry, well, my shoes.
Okay.
You can't leave home without your shoes.
Well, you could be like Sheryl Crow and dance around in your bare feet all night
You
long.
could.
Just saying.
I can't think of anything besides, well, my keys. But that's such a boring answer.
Okay.
I can't think of anything interesting for that.
I was thinking like a writing book since you're a writer.
Well, my writing book is my phone. So
You write on your phone?
Yeah, whenever I have an idea, I pull the voice memos out and I
Okay, gotcha. Voice memo.
and
action.
those are atrocious. When you go back to listen, there's like all these like I'm like listening back at co-writes and they're like like into the and I have to listen to it in front of people. It's really embarrassing.
See, I used to use that for texting because I
Yeah.
would, you're not supposed to text and drive, and I would just hit the microphone and I would say
Yes,
something.
yeah.
And then I'd wait till I get home to go to hit send. And so I used to just hit send, and then I
Yeah.
realized that's not the smart thing to do because Siri does the autocorrect, and that's
Yeah.
not what I meant to send
You
to
have
somebody.
no idea what she's gonna say.
Yeah, I'm like, oops,
That's what
sorry,
I'm
that didn't come out right. All right, as a singer-songwriter and a performer,
Yes.
let's say you're on the Opry, you're doing your first big show, and you get your first big paycheck. What's the first big purchase?
Probably another guitar, but that's kind of obvious. Say I become rich and famous, my biggest thing that I want is to be able to take care of my family. So probably something to do with helping them pay something off. I don't know.
House.
Yeah.
Go
But
house.
that's kind of like I feel like that's an answer that a lot of artists give. Like that when I make it big, the thing I want to do is like find some way to help my family.
Right. And are you doing something now? Just singing, songwriting? Is that the only thing you're doing, or you have a side job as well?
Yeah, I'm also a nanny. I nanny a cute little
good.
2-year-old boy.
So he's your best audience.
Yes. I introduced him to Shania's I Feel Like a Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Uh-huh.
And that was like the first song he caught on to. And so he'll walk around the house and go, oh.
He's
And
your
then he'll
background
say my.
singer,
He
too.
literally does that, and I'll have to finish the song. He won't stop doing that until I say, "Go totally crazy."
I love it. That's cool.
It's so cute.
That's
So
awesome. You guys shoot
that's my
video because
side gig.
that'll blow the internet
Oh, I
up
will.
for sure. Social media pages. Let's give a plug so people can find you. Where are you at?
I would love it if you guys checked out my Instagram, Hailey V Music. That's Hailey with an I. And my Facebook is just Hailey, facebook.com/Hailey Verhaalen. I need to change that so it's all the same, but Hailey V Music or Hailey Verhaalen.
There you go.
You'll find it.
Right on. All right, I'm going to hush up. I want to hear some more music. You guys ready for it? All right, put your hands
Yeah.
together. Keep it going. One more
Thanks,
time, ladies
Danny.
and gentlemen. Miss Hailey Verhaalen.